Now, a lot of people have been coming to the conclusion that GTA 6 may be too quote unquote woke. And before you click off, I do not think GTA 6 will be too woke, but today I'm going to explain why people may think that and why I personally don't think it will be. Although at the beginning, I did think it was going to be too sensitive and lay off the edgy jokes because we all know GTA has been very edgy in the past, but I'm going to explain why people think it's gone woke and why I think it won't be. First of all, people think it's gone woke because it has a female protagonist, which I think is it's just stupid. I think it was very appropriate for GTA 6 to have a female protagonist. And then again, they have a male and female protagonist in the game. So for people to say that, it doesn't make much sense. It's not like we're playing as a transgender African American Jewish Down syndrome woman, okay? It's not too woke. It's just a Hispanic woman, and they're going for a Bonnie and Clyde type story, which I think fits the Grand Theft Auto narrative super well. So for people to say that it's woke, I think it's not the case. And a lot of people think it's going woke because of Rockstar's studio, their culture. It's changing. They're moving away from less edgy jokes. And I know I love the edgy jokes in Grand Theft Auto. I feel like they push the limits and I love that. And I do think we will see that, okay? But a lot of people for some reason are thinking because of our society today and how sensitive it was, especially from 2016 to 2020, how sensitive it was. People were thinking that that was going to influence Grand Theft Auto, and with Dane Hauser stepping down and new people in control of Grand Theft Auto 6, and with how greedy Rockstar has been getting, people have been scared that Rockstar is going to try to appeal to everyone instead of just being funny and making those edgy jokes sometimes and that satire. You know, Grand Theft Auto has always been one of those games like South Park where it's made fun of everyone, white, black, Jews, Asians, everyone. It's not just now if Grand Theft Auto got there and just started making Asian jokes over and over again, now that would be different. That would be different. But they have never done that. They have always been the type of game to make fun of everyone. And I do think even in the GTA 6 screenshot, we see the billboard saying with the diversity of all the different colored cookies of the rainbow, that there just shows that this game's still going to be edgy. They're not going to move away from those edgy jokes. People are also concerned because Dan Hauser himself said that he doesn't think a game like GTA 6 would survive in today's age because of how sensitive the world is. But times have changed. I do know 2015, 16, all the way to 2020 to 2021, people were pretty sensitive. But now times have changed. Times have went back to normal. People aren't as sensitive. They know what's right and know what's wrong, and they know to step up to that. Now, I know in the past Grand Theft Auto games, they've had some very controversial missions. The one where you torture that dude playing as Trevor, and the one where you kidnap that girl and beat her as Nico. Those were very controversial missions. Now, I don't know if Grand Theft Auto is still gonna have those controversial, just disturbing missions. I don't mind it, but I can understand if they try to move away from those type of missions. But it's kind of Rockstar's publicity. It's their whole thing that they're edgy, that they push the limits. That Rockstar's whole thing is that they're controversial. These are the people who made Bully, which some of the things in Bully make me kind of think like, yo, that's kind of crazy that they had that. But I don't think that they're gonna completely move away from being controversial. I still think they're gonna make fun of everyone. They're gonna make fun of Trump and Jeffrey Epstein and Kanye and everyone. They're gonna have references to everything. GTA, the purpose of GTA is to be a satire and a saturated version of today's world. And I do think they're still gonna do that, and I don't think it's gonna be woke whatsoever. And for people to be saying that, I know a lot of people like to point out that picture of the Rockstar employees, which is all women, and yeah, it's all women, but it's because it was like Women's Day. It was just showing off the point of the picture was to just show off how many women are working at Rockstar. That's not all of Rockstar. That's not all of the game developers, okay? So for people pointing that out, I I don't think it's right. I don't think Grand Theft Auto 6 will be woke. At least I hope not. If I get in the game and it's crazy woke, okay, there's like, it's pushing a political agenda in my face, I'm not gonna be too happy with that. I hope it's not political at all. I know I would love to see the little jokes, but I hope it's not woke. I hope it's not political. I just want to play games for real, you know? But we won't know until the game comes out. So until then, stay tuned.